Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is Wednesday afternoon. It's February 24th at 2:19 Eastern Standard Time. So I wanted to do an update from the trip. TJ and I got back like early morning on Friday, and I was going to do an email, send out a bunch of pictures and all kinds of stuff, but I'm going to try a video. So I'm not really too good at these. I don't think I've done too many, but I think it might be a more accurate way to kind of articulate, what happened. Hopefully I'll be able to get a link so you can look at this pretty easily. So anyhow, I just want to say that, the trip was really successful. The things that we set out to do, we were able to do. There were challenges along the way, getting there with getting COVID tested at the last minute in New York City and at JFK and the travel. Once we were in Tanzania, there's really no restrictions. There's no real COVID isn't really talked about over there. I'm sure there's some cases running around, but pretty much everybody's free to do what they want and didn't have any issues. So yeah, that's good news. So I'll start out with maybe the trade school. The trade school, we were able to graduate our first uh, set of students. There were seven guys that were there. Two of them actually got certificates because they were diligent, they were consistent, they are actually very good mechanics. And so we actually removed that whole class of students, and a new class just came in. I'm waiting for the info and some pictures on the new guys that came in, but it's really exciting. Last year we had some major challenges at the trade school with personnel and governmental stuff, and honestly, this whole last year has just been really good to this day. There was a few things, but nothing major at all. The guys are unified. M&L, Vitus, and my main guy Robeson, they're just doing great. The economy is struggling a little bit, so the work is hard, or not a lot, especially with not a lot of missionaries and international workers, being in the country. But they've been blessed, and we've had enough work to keep everybody busy, and they're making paychecks, and so it's really, really good. And they have a heart for what they're doing. So along with the trade school in Kigoma, we took a trip to a village called Urambo, which is about, I don't know, 4.5, 5 hours going towards Dar es Salaam, heading east, and met with a pastor, spent some time with him. He had a dream and a vision for a garage along with other work that he's doing. And long story short, we're going to partner with him, and we agreed to purchase a couple pieces of land, to get started on getting another branch of a trade school together. So I'm kind of excited about that. There's a lot to it. I'm out of the boat. I don't know what I'm doing, but just trusting God. And it seemed right. The guys and we took a trip there. It was just overnight, but resoundingly, and we were all unified that this was a right thing to do. And we really believe that it's going to be a wonderful benefit where we can support each other. I got Swahili words going through my brain. So just like kushirikiana, it's like, okay, we're going to like work together. So anyhow, the trade school is at a really good place. Thank you to everybody that supports and has been praying for that project. There are people that have a heart for those men and for that project. And for you, I'm grateful. The next thing that we were able to do was rebuild the basketball court in town. And I've hooped there for a long time. My buddy JR put a lot of time and investment in there. And as you know, JR, passed away a few years ago. And so in memory of him, and I kind of use his legacy as an opportunity to just be a strong witness to the people in the community at that basketball court, and also physically help them. There's something, the scripture that's kind of been going through my brain, and it says faith without works is dead. And if you just bless people and send them on their way when they're hungry, they're cold, they're thirsty, and you don't meet their physical needs, there's a neglect there. So we are really, in this particular project and in many of them, we're able to look at their spiritual needs, their physical needs, and our actions really scream what our faith is all about, and it's love and it's concern. And so in this project, being a basketball court, utilizing JR's life, his legacy, his passion for Christ, to the point of giving his life for what he believed in, was a great opportunity to just continue to speak into the lives of the people at this basketball court. And we have men and women from all different walks of life. And so there was a lot of hard work. There was a lot of money. But it came out great. And we'll continue to reach out to the community at this basketball court and be a witness to them. And we're just planting seeds, man, and we're just loving on people. Third thing, our kids program, Grace Place Kids program, the weekly, every Saturday kids program, where we're encouraging them in their studies, we're encouraging them in their home life, we're encouraging them in the Bible. We're giving them food, juice, biscuits, rice, beans, soap, whatever we can do to practically meet their needs. About half of the kids are Islamic, and the other half are from different denominations, Christian, Catholic, Lutheran, whatever. But we have 50 kids that are in real desperate situations. And so we met with them, I think 3 times, the Saturdays that we were there. We're able to give out some Angels of Mercy Dress-A-Girl dresses to the kids, and it was just a really good time. And we're going to continue to minister to these kids and the families that they represent also. So the next thing is our little girl, Happy. Her name was Ashura. Elise and Adeneth found her while they were doing some ministry in a village. And this girl was 7, 8 years old, abandoned by her parents, really just neglected. Her parents were around, but just not taking care of her. She wasn't in school. She was stealing. She was in a bad situation. And so, long story short, many of you know the story. She ended up coming to our home in Kigoma. We, through the proper channels governmentally and with the social services department and whatnot, we took her in. And we tried getting a resolution with the family, and they're just not interested in raising her. And so she changed her name from Ashura to Happy. And I'm telling you, this girl, she's a lover. She's a sweetheart. It's just such a tremendous redemption story. The redemptive qualities that we see in her, from being just a kicked around, desperate, unloved, unwanted, rejected, little girl, to being brought into a home where she's loved and she's provided for and she's valued and she's prayed for. Just, man, it's just, if you could just hug her, if you could see her, if you could meet her, you would just see what God's done in her life. And that's probably the highlight of my trip is this little girl coming into our lives. She's in school. She's in first grade. She's already number 1 in her class. And I'm just crazy proud of our team. And I so look forward to what this girl's life is going to be about. She's going to be a world changer. She's going to be an agent of change. And through the, perilous times that she lived, God is going to redeem that. He already has, but it's just the beginning of her story. So those of you that committed to support her financially while I was overseas and have been supporting this ministry, dude, you have no idea. Just take a trip with me and you'll see. But I'm just I'm just so in awe of how good God is, that he would choose to use us to provide for this little girl. Okay, the next thing, plans. I don't know, man. I don't know what my plans are to continue what I've been doing, what we've been doing. I kind of have a desire to maybe July or August take a trip. There's some people that have summers off and have expressed interest in taking a trip. And so until then, I'm just going to keep communicating with my team overseas, going to, people ask, Tim, what do you need? That's awesome. What you're doing is great. People that know, people that don't know intimately what we're doing, what we've done. And I'm like, straight up, what do we need? What do I need? Prayer and financial support. Those 2 things. I need both of those to be able to take Happies and commit to them and to raise them and to provide for them. And then the guys at the trade school, they're grown men that are standing on their own, but they need encouragement. They need tooling. They need assistance as they blend business along with teaching and training of these students. And so as money comes in and as it's right to do, we infuse money and we help at the property. We help with tooling. We help with encouragement. We help with a lot of different things. So prayer and financial support, and just pray that I stay strong, that I stay healthy. The passion is there. The door is still open. TJ was such a blessing to have there. He just, with him knowing the language and knowing the culture, his heart is there, but God has him planted here in the States right now, and that's fine and that's good. So he plans on going over once a year. It had been 3 years since he was there last, and he's planning on going over annually. So again, next January-ish time frame, he'll take a trip with me again, and I may take a summer trip, like I said. So anyhow, there's like 10 minutes and 36 seconds and counting. So I know this is long, but I hope that you just see the value in what we're doing. We are still continuing to make a difference. This isn't about Tim Kelly, Baba TJ taking a trip to get out of the winter and get away from the snow, although that was pretty cool, but it was hot and humid and nasty over there. And that's not what it's about. It's about something that God started in and through me and through us, and it continues because of you, in spite of me, because of us. I don't know. I don't even know how to express it except that it's fruitful. It's fruitful. Lives are being changed, and the door is still wide open at this point. So I just ask that you continue to pray for clear vision, for strength, for health, for finances. My heart is wide open. My life is wide open to whatever he wants me to do. And I just want to say thank you. Each and every person that reached out while I was over there, people just that I would have never expected. Tim, how can we help you? Tim, we're going to start supporting you. $20 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month. I didn't ask. They asked me, and then I responded. And so thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're Christians. The work we're doing is infused with Christ. It's infused and empowered by Jesus himself. My life is a redemptive story. We're seeing other people's lives being transformed, being redeemed, being encouraged, being strengthened, and we're leaving a large footprint everywhere we go. But it's not because of us. It's because of his love working in and through us. It's because of you and your faithfulness and seeing the value of what we're doing, and we are doing this together. So, man, I thank you. I love you. I bless you. And I'll probably also do more of a traditional email with some pictures, but reach out, man. Reach out to me if you have any questions at all. I want to answer any and all of your questions. So have a blessed day, and thank you so much.